Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today on how to rush or how to be aggressive, I want to share with you guys the power of the silencer. However, more generally speaking, we're going to be talking about your self-awareness in the map itself. And by your self-awareness, I mean how loud you are, how loud your gun is, and how easily visible or spotted you can be. Of course, first things first, we all know what the silencer does. It makes sure that there is no dot appearing on the minimap when you fire your weapon. For people who rely on their minimap or even just use their minimap, this is a very, very good defense against those type of people because they will not see you on the minimap and it will be easier for you to get closer to them and flank them and catch them off guard. Not so much demonstrated by this particular gameplay, but if you hop on over to Pwnstar's livestream or a couple of his YouTube videos, you will notice that the majority of the guns he uses are silenced. Even the chainsaw chemstrike he had was a silenced chainsaw chemstrike, which is really funny. And the naked gun he decided to try to get a chem with was the honey badger, silenced, surprisingly. However, actually in the game, it does not make you completely silent. You still hear the weapon go off, and people with headphones will be a little bit able to hear you, even though it will be a little bit muffled. And when there is a lot of chaos going on in Call of Duty, it is very easy to not hear a silenced killer. Which brings me to kind of a weird thing in Call of Duty Ghosts specifically speaking. In previous Call of Duty's silenced submachine guns have been pretty decent, pretty alright. However, in Ghosts, a silent CBJ, a silent Bison, a silent Vepr is really, really difficult to use. They are incredibly difficult to use. If you're not using a MTAR, a Vector, or even a Ripper, those guns can be very difficult to use. The submachine gun class, I should say, is very difficult to use silence, which is why a lot of people used silence assault rifles to get chem strikes instead, like the honey badger. This could be because of the map design or how the guns are. I personally want a buff to these submachine guns. Again, a little bit more range for the bigger maps that we have in Ghosts, except for the DLC. The DLC is pretty good, but still a buff to the submachine guns would be welcomed by me. Moving on to stealth perks, Dead Silence is an absolute must. A lot of people I play with on my team do not run Dead Silence. I don't know why. I don't understand how someone could not run Dead Silence. When someone hears you come by, they are going to be ready for you. They are going to get to you. They are going to know the gunfight is going to happen before you do, which is always a disadvantage. Long story short, always run Dead Silence. It's always going to be working for you, and it's always going to improve your game, I promise you. A little known perk, a little perk that I have starting to use more is Takedown. Takedown is another genius perk that Infinity Ward invented, just like Recon, just like Strong Arm, and put into this game as a cheap little 1-point perk. The ability to see a teammate's skull where they died is a huge part in the way I play Call of Duty. When I see a teammate's death skull above their dead body, I know somewhere in that line of sight an enemy is going to be. It's a huge, literal red flag that goes above their body that says, hey everybody, I just died here, someone is around me. When you take that flag away, you add another level of just confusion to the enemy team. When they don't know where that enemy died from, or where their teammate died from, where the enemy was, it gives you a little bit more of that stealth effect. It's a really great, really cheap 1-point perk. I'm going to start running it instead of Ready Up just to see how good I do, because I need to force myself to predict an engagement and then be ready for it. And that's why I want to get rid of Ready Up and replace it with Takedown, because I think it's worth it. And finally, we have Off the Grid. Off the Grid is one of those perks that has always been in Call of Duty Assassin Ghost, and before it was 100% necessary. You had to run this if you wanted to do well. In Ghosts, I don't know. I don't know if you need it. Pwnstars uses it more often than I do. I'm not sure if this is a good thing. I'm not sure if I should start running it. I'm not sure if I should have it in my specialist package, but I'm starting to think about when I hear an enemy SATCOM being placed, I need to mentally take note of that and make sure that I am running the appropriate class for that, because Anybody at any skill level, even the noobiest noob, can detect or can look up in the top left corner of the screen and see an orange dot and run towards it and hit fire and kill it. So running off the grid is just another layer of ensuring that you do not appear on the minimap and keeps you concealed that much more. And as simple as that is, this is a very dramatically important part of anybody's game style. When you are shooting an unsilenced weapon, when you don't have off the grid, when everybody on the enemy team can see where you are shooting from and who you shot, it is very easy for them to control the engagement and set up an engagement that favors them over you. Again, I encourage you to go check out some of the larger YouTubers, some of the better players of Call of Duty, and see how many times a silencer benefits them. See how many times the enemies are just completely clueless, turning away from them because of their silence, because of their concealment. It's a huge part in being successful in this game. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helps. I hope you improve because of the the power of the silencer. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Likes are appreciated, and until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a great day.